What's up, guys? Quantrix02 here with another edition of What's New. This is definitely a bittersweet video for me because one of my favorite superstars of all time, Rey Mysterio, has been released from the WWE or let go of his contract, and now he's a free agent in wrestling. And for majority of me being a fan of professional wrestling, WWE, to be more exact, Rey Mysterio has been there in some type of way, and I haven't really thought about what I want to see in this video really, but I know that I had to talk about it because Rey Mysterio, as some of you may know, is one of my favorite superstars of all time. I have just enjoyed his work over the years, even though in the last couple of years he really hasn't, been in WWE because of injury, but a lot of it, he has been there in some type of way. I've just been a fan of this guy ever since I seen him just at the very beginning of his career on SmackDown, jumping off that steel cage that night. I was hooked because I didn't watch WCW. I didn't see WCW. I became pretty much a wrestling fan around, I would say around a real. I mean, I watched a little bit during 2000, but I really started watching wrestling in 2001, and that's the same time. That's around the time that WCW was going out of business, and I've seen a little bit of WCW, but I never literally sit there and watched it and became a fan of it. I missed that. I missed all of that. So I really didn't know about guys like Rey Mysterio and all these crazy guys, man. Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, all these guys, and then they show up on Raw and SmackDown, and basically makes the product a lot better. Like I said, I came in kind of like at the end of the Invasion era. I'll say this, and I will always say this again. My favorite era in the WWE is the Ruthless Aggression era. That is when that was the peak of my fandom right there. That's when I was really getting into wrestling. Seeing guys, like I said, Rey Mysterio, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, these guys killing it. And back then, I used to be a big fan of SmackDown. 2002, 2003, 2004 are three of my favorite years in the WWE, especially on the SmackDown brand, where all these great talents were just tearing it up. And Rey Mysterio was right there in the middle of it, man, having great matches with guys like Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, you name it, man. He was doing it. He was the guy to watch. He had such an incredible, fast-paced style that is just unmatched. And injuries have kind of hindered him over the years in his later years in WWE. But still, he put on some awesome matches, man. Go back to 2009, watch. I don't know what SmackDown it was, but it was in 2009. Rey Mysterio versus John Morrison. That match for the Intercontinental Championship was one of the best Rey Mysterio matches I've ever seen. This is towards the, he already was past his prime, and man, I don't even know what to say. I mean, the dude was just incredible, an incredible talent. There was nobody like him, man. He's very marketable because he's pretty much the only really successful masked superstar in the WWE. I remember 2006, man. I know after Eddie Guerrero died, I was like, God, they're gonna give Rey that push that I want him to have. Rey won the Royal Rumble match, went on to WrestleMania 22, won the World Heavyweight Championship, and it was amazing. I enjoyed all of that. His run with the title, not that great. Then he had his other run with the World Heavyweight Championship. Then he became the WWE champion in my freaking town. Not my town, but my state. Well, I guess kind of my area. Hampton. It was in Hampton Coliseum, which I live about. I would say maybe like 30 minutes away from that arena, Coliseum, and that was the one Raw. I attended probably every other Raw that's came here over the last couple of years, but that Raw I did not attend. I did not go, and I was so pissed because Rey Mysterio became the WWE champion that night. He also lost it that night, but the fact that he became WWE champion was amazing, and that was probably one of the last big moments of Rey. After that, he was kind of just an enhancement talent. They put him with Sin Cara and all this, and then after that, he kind of just faded away. Last time we saw him was at WrestleMania 30 in the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. Um, but I mean, if we can go talk about this contract stuff, apparently he's been trying to get out of his deal with WWE for a while now, and they wouldn't release him because he had so much time that he had missed, and he has to make up that time. And he just didn't want to come back, and WWE just decided to finally let him go. And I'm kind of happy because I guess Ray is just kind of sick of WWE. I mean, he's been there for what, a decade, a decade worth of a decade and some change. The guy's probably just tired of having to work that schedule, man. I can't blame him. So I wish Rey Mysterio the best, and hopefully, down the line, not too long, we're going to see Rey Mysterio go down, go into the Hall of Fame where he definitely deserves. Because there's nobody like that guy. He just have legendary rivalries with also other great wrestlers: Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, so on and so forth, man. The guy is amazing. He's one of my favorites. He will always be my favorite, Rey Mysterio. And whatever you do, if you decide to wrestle anywhere else, I will be watching. If you just decide to, put down the boots and, retire, I'm down with that too, man. I thank you for everything you've done. You really hooked me on to this whole wrestling thing. You're definitely a big part of that. And, sad to see it go, but at the same time, if you're happy, I'm happy, dude. 619, baby. Booyaka. Before I go, though, I'm going to put a video I did about 2 years ago down in the description. My top 10 Rey Mysterio matches of all time. I did that about like I said, 2 or a little under 2 years ago. Great video. Probably one of my favorite videos I've ever done. Also, on the comments, tell me what was your favorite Rey Mysterio match. I would love to know what was your favorite match of Rey Mysterio, your favorite moment, or whatever you have to say about Rey Mysterio. Let me know in the comments below. But until the next video, this was actually my 300th video, so who would have known me talking about Rey Mysterio leaving would be my 300th video. 301 is going to definitely be a special one, so look out for that. But until 301, I'm signing off. Comment, rate, subscribe. Stay good, everybody. Peace.